Hello everyone. Welcome to our YouTube channel Premiere Next. In this video, you are going to get all information related to updates about the movie Bubble ending explained. A plot of the movie Bubble. Bubble is the imaginary story of an advanced Tokyo city which is wrapped with an air pocket after a standard peculiarities delivered the city unsuitable for residents. The film includes the principal hero Hibiki, who has been determined to have easily affected hearable capacity since he was a youngster. This capacity makes him something like a gift in the now deserted Tokyo. The city is presently fueled with kids and youngsters who took off from their homes. They are informally named as the vagrants of the Tokyo city. These kids participate in hyper-serious parkour games where they bet their everyday supplies. The group that wins gets the entire parcel. Hibiki is exceptionally sensitive to the minutest of commotions, and this assists him with acquiring a benefit in these games. What happens with Tokyo Tower? At some point, he meets a secretive young lady who saves him from suffocating. At first she can't talk, however later gets a couple of words. She is named Yuta. Hibiki and Yuta structure a decent friendship, in spite of the fact that Yuta fosters a pulverize on Hibiki. Yuta has an extremely delightful voice. Her voice can quiet and even make the air pockets move. She involves her capacity in the parkour games, and ultimately to save Hibiki's life. As the film advances, the gravitational oddities take an unsafe turn. The inhabitants of the neglected Tokyo city begin to clear as the red vast field close to Tokyo Tower gives indications of ejection. Yuta goes into the vortex to save Hibiki from a horrendous destiny. Hibiki, ignorant about Yuta's actual self, trails behind her. How does Hibiki survive? Whenever Hibiki goes towards the vortex, he sees flashbacks from his young life, from when the Tokyo city initially experienced the air pockets and the gigantic obliterations. The pinnacle where Hibiki stood crashed, killing a few group. Hibiki endured, which was something like a marvel. It is then uncovered to him that it was Yuta who saved Hibiki that day. She is the spirit of those little blue water bubbles. What happens with Tokyo Tower? At some point, he meets a battling young lady who saves him from suffocating. At first she can't talk, yet later gets a couple of words. She is named Yuta. Hibiki and Yuta structure a decent friendship, despite the fact that Yuta fosters a pound on Hibiki. Yuta has an exceptionally delightful voice. Her voice can quiet and even make the air pockets move. She involves her capacity in the parkour games, and at last to save Hibiki's life. As the film advances, the gravitational irregularities take a dangerous turn. The inhabitants of the unwanted Tokyo city begin to empty as the red inestimable field close to Tokyo Tower gives indications of a mission. Yuta goes into the vortex to save Hibiki from a terrifying destiny. Hibiki, ignorant about Yuta's actual self, trails not too far behind her. Does Yuta die? Indeed, even after so much, the reason for these air pockets falling isn't exactly made sense of, nor is the rise of Yuta's sister as red air pockets. Notwithstanding that, Yuta saves Hibiki by wrapping him in a protected embrace. As the two of them dive, Yuta begins losing pieces of her human structure. She totally evaporates as the storyteller describes how the mermaid went to rises subsequent to saving the sovereign's life. Hibiki grieves her misfortune. After this, we see Tokyo is moving back to business as usual, with the past inhabitants of the unwanted city proceed their parkour games. As Hibiki is crossing the structures, a little air pocket with Yuta's giggling floats close by him. The peculiarities that wrap Tokyo city to destiny isn't made sense of by the same token. In the film, we're just given glimmers of the unexplained peculiarities, so it's passed on rather equivocally, open to our own understanding. How does Bubble end? The film closes with Yuta forfeiting her actual structure to save Hibiki and, likewise, the other residents from a repulsive destiny. Through Hibiki's short flashback, the producers endeavor to give a response, yet the endeavor falls flat, unfortunately. The air pocket is inspired from the town of Tokyo and life starts to come to fruition once more. The kids keep on taking part in the parkour exercises. Netflix's most recent anime film Bubble leaves crowds needing a bigger number of inquiries than responds to. The short epilogue of the city getting back to business as usual doesn't assist with extinguishing the hunger for a conclusion. A continuation of the film doesn't appear to be reasonable either, given the conclusive finish to the plot, albeit a short development to make sense of the climactic peculiarities of the water bubbles, and the gravitational oddities unquestionably wouldn't be neglectful. If you are watching this video on Facebook, please like and subscribe to our Facebook page, and if you are watching this video on YouTube, please click on the like button and do subscribe for the latest update.